polishing, a little bit of tweaking, easy. Now standard 3. Oops.
Oh, this one was the quick one.
Yeah, this one was not, I mean, learning climate, you don't have a lot.
A lot of this was already kind of set in place.
Exactly.
Was a lot of it, and so then...
So I'm like, so if it's a 2, it's not because you haven't been able to, it's just you haven't really had the opportunity to.
And so even the first one I gave myself a 2 because I was like, well, there's no family collaboration kind of stuff yet. And
I put in parentheses, has not had the opportunity.
Yeah, so...
But student-centered classrooms, establishing a student-centered classroom, I gave you a 3 because you really work with the kids, you involve the kids in their own learning, and you try very hard to, with the theme and the posters, getting them involved with it, So I'm like, it's good.
And my lessons that I've done have matched up, I think, pretty well with the standards.
Yes.
And the thing was, I didn't really plan for that. I was like,
that's good.
This
Also,
worked out.
Some of that is I've already done the background, so it's like, we're going to do this one, and yes, it matches the standards, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
Verbal and nonverbal communication, awesome. Demonstrates respect for the students, demands respect from the students for other students. Yeah. And like I said, the only reason it's not a 4 is we still need that family piece. And then it promotes responsible student use of interactive technologies. Again, we use them. The kids are. That's
something they do all the time. Yeah, I literally put NA because I was like, it's not really something that's been my job or my work to do.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's just, and it's again opportunity, which we can change. Especially when you're designing your own lessons. And you say, okay, you need to use one with the Chromebooks, and at the beginning of the lesson, just establish this is how we're going to do it, even though they already know, but stating it for what you need to do. That way you can say, yes, I did it, even though, yes, the kids already know.
True. I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just, kind of like a refresher before you start. Okay, guys, we're going to do this activity with the computer,
I can see if I can make up a lesson, too, where maybe, I don't know, one of the math lessons or something that we split the groups maybe one day, and then have one group be on the Chromebooks, and then another group doing the piece by piece by piece, and then... Because if there's 3 of us in here, that'd be super... helpful,
which we will plan for, since now that we will have it, and basically what the lesson will then look like is we'll do a really quick warm-up. The warm-up is really valuable, but it takes too long.
That's what I wrote in my first one, and so I was like, I spent way too much time doing warm-up.
Yeah, and the warm-up is there for 2 purposes. It's there to get the kids back into math mode after lunch. I
was talking to Vanessa about that, and I was like, I don't know, maybe it's the timing of it, because they're great during their thematic study.
Yes.
Like right after recess, they're awesome, and they pay attention, and that's where I did my last 2 lessons, and I was like, oh, I feel so pumped. Then I was thinking about it, because every time we do math, it's so much more of a struggle.
It is after lunch. And that is one of the things that you will notice about teaching, and one of the reasons I have the project time at the end of the day is because there's pretty much around no magic number. It depends on your group of kids, but it's usually 20 minutes to 45, and like I said, it will range on your kids. They shut down.
Yeah.
They've been going all day long, and they know the end of the day is coming, and trying to teach any new material during that time is hard.
That's true.
Now, you don't always have the luxury of doing that. I mean, sometimes you have to teach all the way to the very end if you want to cover everything you need to cover, or if they need to finish stuff. But I left that last 20 to 25 minutes of the day to work on unfinished work.
Yeah.
Because it's not new instruction. It's something they've already done, they've already started, they just need time to finish or work on it. And now the problem is that they're not yet at that stage where they are
responsible enough
to sit there and go, I mean, some of them are.
Yeah.
And then you've got a couple that you basically have to sit on and say, look, you're not supposed to get out of your chair until you finish this project. And that's just, again, we're talking maturity.
Yeah. When we were doing when they had to finish their Greek test, and I made Maya and Alejandro come sit back here, because I was like, I am done talking about this. Go sit it out back to you and finish it. And Maya was like, yeah, girl, go. And then Alejandro, though, I was so proud of him, because at one point he asked me, can I go sit in that desk over there?
Yeah.
And I said, yes, go for it.
Yes.
And so
that's why it's there.
Thank goodness I'm sure that's already been something that was established a while ago, but I was like, at least you asked him.
So that is where we are at right now, with lots of room and time. And that's one thing I was, some of these things I feel like, I haven't given her enough opportunity to do these things, so I'm going to work on that too. Okay. Giving you more opportunity to make newsletters, to talk to parents, to get to know the kids, so that like, I haven't been doing that. Oh, okay. But again, this was just the first 3 weeks, and it was kind of a crazy start. So.
Yeah, I came in at a busy time.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that we'll get all this. And so I was also looking at, I don't know if you want to talk about this now or not, but we can. The schedule.
Yes, I do want to talk about this.
Okay.
Because I want to see how much I can get done.
Because I was looking at your schedule, your week by week thing.
Yeah. And that's the thing, when we come back, I'm here that first week, and then I'm gone the second week.
Right.
And so that's where my one, I know I'm going to need to do 2 lessons in that first week.
Yeah, you can do that. That's no problem. So when I was looking at, you want to?
Yeah, I'll put it off, so I'm not